Black Power, good morning. So we out here on the Shaw, just getting a little footage of the Crenshaw wall. Just going through some changes right now. But first, just want to shout out to everybody that's been supporting the new site, coming through, registering, and donating. Right now, we are having a few problems trying to retrieve the funds. So for now, that's not happening. I was actually saying last week how PayPal and Amazon are connected to Trump, so that's gone on the list, the white list, corporations for us to abstain from doing business with. But as soon as we get that worked out, to figure something out. But again, when you going against the system, they're gonna make sure your funding is little to none. So it is what it is. But a youngster was asking me yesterday about what conversations to have with his family as far as everything that's going on. And, sometimes they might bring it up, or, you can just ask questions. But some of the more important questions we need to get to right now is, what are we going to do in crisis situations? Some folks feel police aren't their greatest threat, but if you at least organize on that level or prepare on that level, then pretty much everything else you'll be able to deal with. But for those who know, those who feel the fear and terror when you out here on the streets, every time you see the police interacting with somebody, then you understand it's time for us to get more organized with it. So, you can probably just ask basic questions like, what would people do if, you were to call them because you were being pulled over by the police, or you were being approached by the police while you out here on the streets? Ask them, what would they do? What would they be in position to do? What are they ready to do? And try to get the conversation the way y'all establish protocols for what y'all will actually do when it does happen. Because again, with this new administration coming in, they're basically telling you, they are going to increase the militarization of the police that are occupying our communities. So we have to take that seriously and get prepared for it. Also bring up conversations about self-defense and weapons training. Again, one of the reasons why we are terrorized, bullied, dominated, genocide has been carried out against us is because we don't take seriously the need to train to defend ourselves and each other. The need for weapons. It's been a lot of pacifying since the last movement back in the 60s, but we're at the point now where we got to get serious about that. Bring up discussions of a collective pot, putting into a family bank to save up to do some of the things that need to get done. Whether it's buying land, property, starting a business, building up weapons collectives, whatever needs to happen, we can get it done more efficiently as a collective. But also these labor strikes. The prison strike is now in its 10th week, and they are engaged in a labor strike within the prisons because they basically are forced to do slave labor. But out here in the streets, people calling for a labor strike on January 20th, 2017, during the inauguration of Trump. But again, that's basically a holiday. Black folks took off on the inauguration of Obama both times. So, that's not doing too much damage. But most definitely, people take into consideration a potential strike from January 1st to January 20th. You know, again, that'll be way more effective. You know, some folks might have sick days, some folks might have sick leave, some folks might have vacation. And maybe all of that together can add up to, you know, the 20 days, or just get, you know, more for real about it and communicate with your co-workers. And again, look at starting your own companies, your own businesses in competition against those companies. And one last thing you could probably discuss is the court moratorium. You know, their courts have shown us they still, there are no rights that black people have that they will acknowledge. You know, in token cases here and there, they might give us a victory, or they might find somebody not guilty, but most regularly, whether it's a traffic citation or a misdemeanor or a felony, you know, we are being exploited, terrorized, oppressed within a so-called judicial system. So this is most definitely something we need to look at combating, and the most serious way to combat it is with a court moratorium. So, you know, this is an opportunity to bring more people into what's happening. You know, 3 to 5 family members, 3 to 5 friends, 3 to 5 people that you see on your way walking to the store, you know, on your way to the park, at the park. But that's where we at right now, waking up our people and getting more people involved. All power to the people.